Hi friends, and thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be talking about my challenge in crocheting as much as I possibly can in 24 hours. I wanted to do this challenge because I just have so much unused yarn and I typically don't really know what to do with a small amount of yarn. You know when you have a lot of yarn and it's like not enough to make an article of clothing, but there's too much of it for you to just make one small thing and you're like, I don't know what to do with this. So I felt like this challenge was also a good way for me to use up all of my old yarn that I don't use anymore. So because I have a life outside of YouTube and everything, and I live with my parents and things like that, I actually split the 24 hours into 3 separate days. So 8 hours on each day. Without further ado, let's get into the very first thing I made, which are these really cute star keychain dangly things. I think they're super cute. I made them so that I can put them on my headphones, but I'm sure you could really put these on anything. You could, use them as a keychain, put them on your bag, your handbag. I think these are really cute and they were a really nice thing to start my challenge with. I actually didn't have any stuffing to fill these in with, and so I had to take apart a pillow. Um, but it worked out really well, so I'm glad I did that. And yeah, just a really cute like first item. Let me actually put these on my headphones so that you can see what they look like. So this is what they would look like on my headphones. I think they're really cute and they definitely fit the vibe I was going for. If you're interested in videos like this, please let me know by commenting, liking, subscribing, and pushing that notification bell. It really helps me out and it helps the channel out a lot too. Next item is in a similar like keychain category, which are these Lily of the Valley danglies. I don't know what to call these, like what category are these in? But I think these are really cute too, and they are really easy to make. They also have this little leaf thing, and so you can tug on that to tighten them and loosen them. And again, they're just a really cute thing that you can put on your bags, your jewelry, your things like that. The other thing that I made is I made so many white crochet balls. I feel like these are so versatile because you can make really anything with them. You can make plushies, you can make little cats, little keychains, whatever. And I meant to turn these into Chikawa. I don't know if you guys know who Chikawa is, but he's this little bear character from this Japanese show, I think. I don't really know, but I think he's just super cute, and so I wanted to turn both of these into Chikawa, but I don't have any embroidery thread, and I tried using just normal sewing thread for this, and it looked really bad. And I also tried just using like black yarn and it was just too thick, so I'm gonna try again later with embroidery thread. Maybe I'll put up the result here. But yeah, I would definitely recommend just making a lot of like white crochet balls. Look at how cute it is. Like even just as a stress ball, I kind of love it. But yeah, I made a lot of these. In the same vein as the white crochet balls, I made a little Miffy. Isn't she so cute? I love her. In case you don't know, Miffy is a Norwegian, I think, mascot, and she's just this really cute bunny, and I know that there's like cartoons and comics and videos of her, but I just think she's cute, which is why I made this. This was really fun to make. I didn't use a pattern for this, so it was kind of just fun to figure out how to like make the ears on my own. Not very difficult at all, honestly. And again, I just use normal thread to do the eyes and the mouth. I just feel like yarn is too thick and it just looks really weird, but I don't know if I'm really happy with the way the eyes look right now. Doing the influencer thing. I might try again with embroidery thread again, but Miffy's very cute. Like, she's so small. I'm gonna add footage of what it looks like on like, a bag and stuff like that. Next in the white crochet ball category is a crochet cinema roll. Doesn't it look kind of scary? Oh my gosh, I'm showing you guys my crochet successes and my fails. I do think it's really cute. I really like the way the ears and the bow turned out, but the eyes are just so scary, and so is the mouth. I really just don't know how to make crochet plushes like look cute, specifically like the eyes and the mouth. I just always think they look a little weird. And Cinnamoroll, if you don't know, is a Sanrio character. They have blue eyes, so I wanted to make their eyes blue to be um accurate to the character, but it just ends up looking really scary. I even tried to add eyeshadow onto the eyes to make them a little darker, but I don't know if this was, the right thing to do. If you guys have any crochet tips on how to make characters not look like this, please let me know because I definitely need them. Um, yeah, this is definitely just, it's not the vibe. Also in the white ball category is this Kuromi that I didn't finish in the 24 hours that I had, but I'm really proud of making this because I figured out how to make the ears on my own. I figured out how to make the little headpiece on my own, and even the little like jester tassels she has, I figured out how to do those on my own too. So I feel like once this is finished, it's gonna look really cute. I'll put up a picture somewhere of what it looks like when I finally finish it. But I'm just really proud of this, even though it's not done, because it was just a challenge for me to make it completely without a pattern, completely just like winging it and making myself, she's kind of a challenging character because she has all these things, and I've never tried making a crochet plushie with a separate headpiece before. You can take it off, but I actually sewed it onto the ball so that it would, stay in place. But just look how cute these little earpieces are. I'm really proud of them. Obviously, I have a lot of ends to sew off and cut off, but this is really fun to make, and I definitely just recommend trying to, crochet things and just kind of wing it. That's pretty much what I learned from this, is that once you learn enough crochet principles, you can really just make anything without a pattern if you understand, again, the principles behind it. I really loved making the Lily of the Valley danglies, so at this point I was kind of running out of ideas of what to make, so I just made another one in a different color. You know when you like something so much that you get it in another color? That's pretty much what I did here. I didn't have the chance to add the leaf onto it yet, but you can imagine what that looks like, I guess. And then finally, I wanted to leave the best item for last, which is this little pouch I made. I made it using a Sakura granny square pattern. I'll link it below if any of you are interested in making it. I actually made it incorrectly. There was like a weird numbering issue with how many, I don't know what the word is, how many segments you're supposed to crochet on each side. I feel like you can't really tell that there's a mistake, and that's all that matters to me, honestly. I wanted to make this pouch so that I could use it for just like to put my hygiene products in it so that I could just throw it into my bag whenever I need them. I'm someone who has a lot of bags and I like switching between them all the time. So I feel like having something like this that you can just throw into your bag, and then the next time you switch to a different bag, just take it out and put it into the next one is really nice to have. As you can tell, I got lazy and decided to make the other side just pink instead of redoing the Sakura. So yeah, I really like it and I think it's really cute. I used eyeshadow to make the inner part darker because really the aim of this project was for me to not buy anything, and I only had this shade of pink, but I wanted the inside to be darker because without the inside it looked really weird. Pro tip, even though I'm not a pro, but using eyeshadow for your crochet creations can really bump them up a notch. And then I also added this leaf to just give it a little flair so that you could close it up, and you can just tug on it and it closes like this and it turns into this really cute little pouch. And I added all these ruffles so that the top would look nice and chunky, I guess. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but this is definitely one of my favorite items that came out of this. This, and I'd say the Miffy are my favorite. I think these are just so cute and they definitely fit my vibe if you can't tell already. But yeah, I'd say for 24 hours, this was pretty successful. I was able to make a decent amount of things, I feel like. So I'm pretty happy about that. And they're all things that I'm proud of and I feel like I would actually use in the real world. Honestly, my experience with this challenge was pretty challenging, for lack of a better term. At some point, my eyes would get really fatigued and it felt like I was seeing like double. So I don't know if that's a good thing, probably not. And I definitely got some wrist pain at some points on my right hand, which is the hand that I use to crochet. So those are a few things that I experienced that I don't typically experience when I crochet, but because I did them over such a long period of time without taking too many breaks, I did feel the effects. I'd say a really cool thing about this challenge is that the things I learned how to make in certain items, I implemented later into other items. So for example, I learned how to make this leaf and then I implemented that into this item, which I also implemented into Kuromi's ears. Like, Kuromi's ears are actually just leaves that I made that are just purple. So I feel like if you're someone who's not very confident in their crochet skills, or if you feel like you kind of need to improve your game and kind of learn how to make all these other things, if you just take 24 hours of your time, whether that's split into 3 days or a week or all in one day, you're going to be able to learn a lot of things that you can implement into all of your different projects. Another example of implementing something I learned into something else is when I made these Lily of the Valley things, I learned how to make these little petals. And then again, I used that when I made this to make these little petals as well. So something cool that I noticed. Overall, was I able to use up some of my yarn? Yes and no. I was able to make a dent into my collection, but I definitely did not finish any of the yarn I had. But I'm still proud and I'm glad that I did this because, again, I learned so many new skills and I was able to use up some of my yarn without buying anything new, which was the goal of the project. I did end up buying embroidery thread in the end because I do want to add those little details into my characters later on, but I feel like overall I would say this was a success. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this video all the way until the end. You're a real one. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more future uploads like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!